My name is Mike Hodanish. This is Howling Woods Farm. We're a rescue for domestic bred wolves, wolf dog hybrids, and northern breeds. I'm the founder and president. We started this facility in 2005. We're a nonprofit registered charity, public charity, and we also have a license with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to have animals on exhibit. Our primary goal is rescue. We take in unwanted animals from animal shelters, from owner surrenders, and rehome them. We try to find proper homes. We also have an educational part of our mission, which is to dispel the myth that people have about wolves. We have all grown up with fairy tales where we learned about wolves being evil, mean, nasty. We see wolves featured in books, magazines, movies where they're featured as being evil animals, but they're really not like that at all. And we try to get people to understand that through meeting our animals and see how they interact with people, and towards providing educational slides and shows about the wolves. Dogs primarily can be house pets. Wolf dogs are not really house pets. It's more like owning a farm animal. They're going to live outside. They require a large, secure enclosure to live in. They require companion animals to share the enclosure with them. The wolves are pack animals. They're naturally very social, and they don't like to be alone. Most of the times that we have problems with adoptions is when people try to keep their animals by themselves, and they undergo separation anxiety, and they no longer they get upset when they're left alone. And sometimes people will come home and find their sofa cushions disemboweled or the window treatments missing from the windows. They're not, again, the main difference is they're not house pets. Most animals that make the best pets that are part wolf are like mid-content or low-content wolf dogs. That means they're about half wolf and half dog, or they're mostly dog and a little bit of wolf. The ones that are mostly wolf and very little dog, they are not the animals that make good pets. The ones that are mostly wolf tend to be more fearful of strangers than the ones that are mostly dog. I've been doing wolf dog rescue for about 15 years now. We've been 10 years here at our farm in Jackson. Another 5 years I lived up in Bordentown, New Jersey, and I had a suburban home where we'd be taking 1 or 2 animals at a time. I learned through talking to animal shelters that whenever they get wolf dogs in, they automatically euthanize them. Sometimes people turn an animal in that's a husky and they say it's part wolf. Well, once the shelter is told it's part wolf, they have to euthanize them. So I started to rescue these dogs that nobody else was able to take in, and then rehome them. The most important thing we want people to learn is that wolves are not vicious. They're not like the animals that you've seen in the movie The Gray. They're not what you learned from Little Red Riding Hood. They're actually a lot like us, more than you realize. They're social. They have individual personalities. Each animal has things that it likes and dislikes. Other wolves it likes and dislikes. And I think the reason some people hate wolves and some people like wolves is because they're so much like us.
I'm Jamie, and I am a caretaker and a trainer here at Howling Woods Farm.
And I'm Michelle. I am a volunteer and also a caretaker here.
I've been here for a year and a half now.
And I've only been here for 6 wonderful months.
Almost every day during the week. Make sure they have water, make sure they're fed, make sure they get out for socialization, walks, work on some training. Mostly deal with the adoptables. These guys have interaction every weekend and tours during the week too, so I really focus more on the adoptable animals. But basically a little bit of everything then, because even cleaning up the store and all that too.
Yeah, exactly what she said. It's all very integrated, again with the public awareness, and the tours are a big part for getting people to have some knowledge about it. And they need a lot of care, and as Jamie said, socialization to get the word out. I myself am just in awe of their beauty and how each one has their own personality, whether it's the alpha such as Naiche or the Omega, is Katori, the kissing one. You learn a lot about the structure of their hierarchy and also their how they meld with the public. And the biggest thing I've learned here is on tours, I keep stressing the public misinformation about them. Even with, like Jamie said, our adoptables, each one of them has a different personality, different needs. One may be more lovable, one need a little bit more alone time, so to speak. But it's really a shame there are a lot of refuges and rescues all over the country which we interact with and kind of piggyback off rescuing so they don't get euthanized, because like Jamie said, once the wolf dog label is attached, it's almost a death sentence, even if they're not. And the phenotyping is extremely, inaccurate to say the least. So what I like is seeing all of this before never really exposed part of the animal kingdom. And also, like I mentioned before, very misunderstood based on fictitious movies and things of that nature, which just give them a bad rap. A few of our wolf dogs came to us through New York, and you could Google them, which were actually set loose by irresponsible owners, and the public was in a panic, and here they're just so docile and just need the right conditions.
I heard about it online, some Google searches. I had recently gotten my Siberian Husky, and I was interested in, rescues that, rescued northern breeds and wolf dogs, and I wanted to know more. And I actually never came as a customer, I guess you would call it, on a tour. I just immediately started volunteering when I found the place. So I've been here ever since.
And I stumbled upon it at a pet expo. We do a lot of public appearances, a lot of educational things, and went into the little cage and was actually scared to death at first, and then